Press play and let the story begin. Welcome to Velvety Vibe. Sohail blinked, startled by the coldness in Shahab's voice. He straightened up, studying him more closely. "I don't think I know you." Shahab's reply was like ice. "That's fine. I'm not anyone important." Then, under his breath, but clear enough to sting, he growled, "But if you stay here 1 second longer, I'll make sure you forget who your ancestors even were." Startled, Yalda quickly stepped forward. "Shahab, Mr. Mohammadi is one of my classmates." Then, turning to Sohail, she added, "Mr. Mohammadi, if it's nothing urgent, could we leave the rest for tomorrow?" Nargis chimed in. "Mr. Mohammadi, could you come here a second?" She and Farnaz pulled him aside, trying to head off any confrontation. Shahab still stood there, jaw tight, his glare fixed on Sohail. "Shahab, what's wrong?" Yalda asked softly. He turned his eyes on her. "Is he really in your class?" Yalda forced a small smile. "Yeah, we're classmates." Breaking free from Nargis and Farnaz, Sohail raised his voice. "Miss Yari, give my regards to your father. Goodbye." With a smile, he walked toward his car. Shahab's blood boiled. He longed to put Sohail in his place, but he clenched his jaw and said nothing, holding his fury inside. "Wait," he asked through gritted teeth. "He knows my dad?" Farnaz laughed. "Knows him? Mr. Shahab, if Mohammadi doesn't see Mr. Reza 2 or 3 times a week, he'll die of boredom." Shahab blinked, baffled, and turned to Yalda. "Is that true?" Yalda chuckled nervously. "Of course not. Farnaz is joking." But Farnaz, eager to stir things up, went on, "He's head over heels for Yalda. Drives us crazy in class, always hanging around her desk." Yalda's mouth went dry. Her heart pounded so loudly she couldn't hear her own thoughts. She stared at Shahab, anxious, but his silence was unreadable. Finally, Shahab stepped closer, slipping his hands into his pockets, as if to move past it. "You're going home, right?" "Yes," Yalda murmured. He pulled a set of keys from his pocket and held them out. "You left yours. I'll be home late tonight. Lock the door from inside." There was hurt in his eyes, and Yalda felt it cut through her. She stared back, just as wounded, surprised he wasn't even offering to take her home. Shahab said goodbye, walked a few steps, then stopped as if something had struck him. "By the way, that guy who bothered you this morning, do you know him?" Yalda froze. "What guy?" she stammered. Shahab gave her a pointed look. "The one Combies fought with." Yalda swallowed hard. "Oh, no, I don't know him." "He's not from your university?" "I don't think so." "Fine, go home. Goodbye." And he left. Yalda turned to her friends. "That pest I told you about, the neighbor's son who followed me all the way to campus. He's standing outside their door. I think his mom brought us some soup." "Soup? Well then, go get it." Farnaz laughed. Nargis's eyes lit up. "Can we see him?" "Yeah, from the window. Just don't make it obvious." "You go, I'll cover for you," Farnaz teased. Yalda darted down the stairs 2 at a time, greeted the neighbor, and accepted the bowl of soup. The boy stood nearby, eyes glued to her. His mother, who seemed to have just returned from shopping, studied Yalda closely before finally asking, "How are you, dear?" "Thank you, I'll bring your dish right back," Yalda said quickly, shutting the door and hurrying upstairs. The room rang with laughter. Yalda set the bowl down and grinned. "Farnaz, go grab some spoons." Heading to the kitchen, Farnaz said, "Wow, that was obvious, Yalda." "What do you mean?" "He couldn't stop staring at you." "Was that woman his mother?" Nargis asked. "I don't know. The 3 of them dug into the soup." "You're in trouble now. You've got yourself a suitor," Farnaz teased. "I doubt it'll come to that," Yalda muttered. "Don't they know Shahab?" Nargis asked. "Who knows?" Yalda sighed. Half an hour later, the doorbell rang again. "Ah, of course! Now that you two are here, it's chaos," Yalda groaned. "Want me to go?" "Maybe they just want their dish back," Nargis offered. "No, I'll do it. I was waiting for a chance to tell his mother something anyway. She's getting too pushy." Yalda picked up the dish, hurried downstairs, and Farnaz shouted after her, "Don't beat him up." The girls rushed to the window. Yalda opened the door, trying to look serious, almost stern. The boy stood there smiling nervously. Hi. I just came to..." Yalda shoved the bowl into his arms. "Here you go. Thanks again. May your vow be accepted." Pejman faltered. "Wait, but I just wanted to say my aunt." Yalda's ears rang. She saw nothing but Shahab's car pulling up outside. He jumped out, face sharp with surprise, as he spotted Yalda with a stranger. Pejman froze, stepping back in silence under Shahab's piercing gaze. "What's going on here?" Shahab demanded. Yalda, caught off guard and pale, stammered, Nothing. He brought us soup, and I was just returning the bowl." Shahab's eyes narrowed, unconvinced, locking onto Pejman. After a beat, he asked coldly, "Who are you? How do you know her?" With an awkward smile, Pejman said, I'm your neighbor from across the street. Are you her brother?" Shahab glanced at Yalda, then fixed his gaze on her again, his eyes burning, as if he could strip her bare with them. His voice was low, dangerous. "Tell me, did you bring this soup just for her? No one else in the building?" Yalda, seeing him grow angrier by the second, jumped in before Pejman could answer. "No, it was his mother who brought soup. He doesn't even know me." Shahab shot back. "Who's his mother? And how do you know her?" I don't," Yalda stammered. Pejman spoke up again, repeating himself nervously. "Excuse me, sir, are you this lady's brother?" Shahab narrowed his eyes. "And what's it to you? Whatever my relation is to her, how is that any of your business?" "No, you've got me wrong," Pejman said quickly, palms raised. "I didn't mean any offense. I only came to apologize to Miss Yalda. A few days ago, I caused trouble in front of her university. I just wanted her to know I meant no harm. I never wanted to upset her." Yalda froze, her blood turning cold. She couldn't move. That idiot Pejman had ruined everything. Shahab's face hardened as he realized what this was about. In a flew, he lunged forward and slammed his fist into Pejman's face. The young man went flying toward the water channel at the curb, dazed and bleeding from the mouth. Before Shahab could land a second blow, a woman's scream cut through the chaos. "Mr. Shahab, what are you doing?" But Shahab didn't stop. Another punch landed. "Shahab, for God's sake, stop!" Yalda cried. Across the street, Mrs. Ashraf, the very same neighbor who had earlier sent over soup, Pejman's aunt, rushed toward them, throwing herself between Shahab and her nephew. Pejman, bloody and shaken, stared at Shahab in fear. "Mr. Shahab, shame on you!" Mrs. Ashraf scolded angrily. "My nephew is a guest here. Is this how you treat a guest?" By now, Farnaz and Nargis had rushed downstairs, pale and terrified, and stood protectively by Yalda. Mrs. Ashraf kept on, her voice sharp and accusing. "Didn't you feel soup, Ahmed, raising your hand against this boy? You've really shown us what kind of hospitality Tehran boys have." Shahab was breathing hard, his chest heaving as the truth clicked in his mind. Mrs. Ashraf was Pejman's aunt. Still seething, he stepped closer to her. Did no one teach this boy not to harass someone else's honor? "Harassment?" she shot back. "This boy saw the young lady from the window and asked me who she was. I said I didn't know. Maybe she's Shahab's sister. He said he liked her, asked if I talked to her family. That's all. I thought I'd discuss it with you because you're educated, respectable. But this is how you handle it?" Shahab's eyes blazed. He turned his fury on Yalda. Farnaz and Nargis instinctively edged closer to their friend, as if to shield her. Shahab barked. What are you three standing here for? Go upstairs. The girls retreated a little, though they didn't leave. Pejman, wiping blood from his mouth, shouted hoarsely, I'll get you back for this. I'm letting it go now out of respect for Miss Yalda. But don't think it's over. That only poured fuel on Shahab's fire. He stormed forward again, a whirlwind of rage. It took the cries of Mrs. Ashraf and the gathering neighbors and Yalda's sobbing pleas for people to finally drag Shahab off him. If you even say her name again, I'll kill you, Shahab roared, his voice so deadly serious that everyone believed he meant it. Please, Mr. Shahab, calm down, Mrs. Ashraf begged. He's just a boy. He hasn't committed a crime. He only wants to propose. That doesn't deserve this beating. At that, Shahab's fury exploded anew. His voice thundered. Propose? She's my wife. The courtyard fell silent. Pejman struggled to his feet, staring at him in disbelief. You're lying. If I see you at this door again, or hear you've gone near her, I'll spill your blood. Got it? Shahab snapped. You're lying. Pejman shouted again, his voice cracking. Mrs. Ashraf whirled on him. Shut up, Pejman. Go inside. Neighbors pulled him away. Yalda, pale as chalk, staggered upstairs with Farnaz and Nargis clutching her arms. What's wrong? Why are you crying? Nargis asked softly, hugging her. Farnaz, already on the edge herself, bursting to tears too. What's with you? Nargis turned on her, bewildered. Why are you crying now? Between sobs, Farnaz laughed. Soup was something else. The three of them caught each other's eyes and burst into shaky laughter. Quick, check the window, Yalda said suddenly. See if Shahab's still outside. Sweetheart, if he sees us, he'll probably come back and beat us too, Farnaz joked. She's right, Nargis nodded. Palm down for now. Then she asked, more seriously. Yalda, aren't you scared of him? He was terrifying, Nargis sighed. But can you blame him? That guy just admitted to harassing you. Of course Shahab exploded. He's human, not a piece of wood. Farnaz eyed Yalda slyly. Tell me the truth. Are you keeping secrets from us? Did you two actually get married? Don't be ridiculous, Yalda protested. Oh, come on, didn't you hear the way he said it? She's my wife. He sounded dead serious. Honestly, I got chills, Nargis admitted. And what if he doesn't let you go back in 6 months? Farnaz teased. Yalda laughed it off, though her stomach churned with unease. She forced a smile. No way. He just said that so he wouldn't lose face in front of the neighbors. That's all. A knock rattled the door. Yalda shot up, her heart in her throat. Shahab stood there, hair disheveled, clothes wrinkled from the fight. Mind if I come in and change real quick? I have to be somewhere, he said. No, go ahead, Yalda replied quietly. He excused himself politely to the girls and disappeared into his room. They all gathered back in Yalda's bedroom, but she couldn't focus. Her mind was with Shahab. At last, his voice came, low but clear. Yalda. Yalda. Farnaz looked at her with wide eyes. He's calling you. It was the first time Shahab had ever spoken her name like that. A strange thrill ran through her, half fear, half joy. She stood and went to him. He was sitting on the edge of the bed, eyes fixed on her. Close the door, he said.